Hey, so before Tim gets on, I just wanted to cover a few things with my tiny little group. But the first thing I wanted to let you know is Tim Carter will be visiting our area, Anna and Paul, August 24th. And we're going to do a meal packing event. But I will email the two of you about that so we could meet up there. And that could be one of your service projects.
Sounds great.
Hi, Tim.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good. Right on time.
I know, this is great, isn't it?
It is great. So I wanted to say thanks for joining us. I'm just going over a few things with my people.
Okay.
One of the things that we're trying to do, and Anna sent me a bunch of ideas, is we're trying to get a permanent name for the e-club. That way we can do the whole banking and treasury and all that kind of good stuff and make us official. So I'm still, if you guys have any ideas, please send them my way again. If you have anything like a business to business, or if your business is showcasing a job fair or even a college fair, because I could talk about Rotaract there, let me know. I would love to do some type of membership event in the future with other clubs as well. I know with Tim Carter's club, Woodstock, I'm talking to their president, Steve, about possibly doing a membership event in a couple months. I would like to feature each of you in a member spotlight. It'll probably be the week before, or the Monday or Tuesday before our Thursday meetings. I'd love to get a profile picture of you and a small bio from you. That way I could put you on the Facebook page and people can start seeing who our members are. It's good to see also in your bios to talk about your backgrounds. That way people can know that we're from different walks of life. And some of us are business owners, some of us are full-time, some of us are stay-at-home mothers. Also, any ideas that you have for future meetings? Of course, this is happy hour for me, so we will do some fun things, but I thought maybe we could do a recipe exchange and have dinner together, which some of us are usually eat around this time anyway. So, and then the last thing is, at each of our meetings, we need to recite the four-way test, and that's a part of not really meeting regulations, but it's a part of Rotary and who we are. And tonight I'm going to get Tim Carter to do it. So Tim, do you want to introduce yourself, who you are, and what you're going to do this year? Also tell us why you joined Rotary, because I don't know.
Hey, listen, before I get into it, my question is, before I start, I see you've got I know a couple people on, you and Tim and Dana. Where's everybody from? Is this pretty much anywhere in the district at this point?
Hello, Tim. My name's Paul Economy, and I'm from Roanoke.
Okay. Hey, Paul.
Yeah, I was a member of the Rotary Club of Roanoke for, I think, 20 plus years. So I'm excited that we have an e-club going on. And
yeah, I was going to say, it's like, to me, it's like one of the best kept secrets. We need to make it not a secret out here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Amber is spreading the word. I will say I hear about it on the streets of Roanoke.
Well, I tell you what I'm doing tonight. One of the things, well, let me back up. Can everyone tell me who they are, where they're from real quick before we get started? Is that okay?
Yep, Joey, you go ahead next.
I live in Boone's Mill, just south of Roanoke, and I'm a member of the Rocky Mount Club. And,
okay.
Just joining in. Wasn't able to make it to my club meeting today, so doing my makeup, hanging out with my peeps.
Bethany.
Hi, I'm Bethany. I'm from Richmond. I live in Richmond, Virginia. I'm currently in St. Louis, Missouri at a KOA.
Wow. Okay, great.
Shoot, Anna, you're next.
I'm Anna Skanga, and this is my first time in Rotary Club. My husband has been a Rotarian for several years, and we live in Roanoke.
Okay, great. Of course, I see Dana and Tim. Well, listen, guys, I guess just a couple things. My name's Tim Carter. I'm a member of the Woodstock Rotary Club. I'm calling from my home, which is in a little town called Maurytown. I am the district governor. To kind of give you just a little District governor is basically a position where I'm trying to think of how to best describe it shortly. I guess you're like the lead cheerleader in the district. You know, one of the things you know, you get to do a lot of stuff. You get to visit all the clubs. You get to be involved in a lot of district level stuff, which is grants and foundation and communication and things like that, and strategic planning and all that. But I think the most, to me, the best part of the job to this point is just getting out to go out and visit people, just the people within our district. We have a super district. Just getting to meet those people. I mean, I've been in Rotary now since, I think it's about 20 years. And how I got involved in Rotary, Amber, I was invited. I mean, I didn't know anything about Rotary. But a friend of mine, a guy by the name of Herb Hilton, invited me. And I've been in ever since. I've held positions within the club, like club president a couple of times and on the board of directors a few times. I've been an assistant governor, those kinds of things throughout the district. But really, I'm more of a club person. You know, I'm more into what are we doing for our community? How are we helping people in our community that are in need? Whether it's literacy issues, whether it's I know we were involved in some help with, we've had a heroin issue here in the Northern Valley, and I'm sure basically in the entire district, but helping with those services that we provide people that have that addiction. Hunger issues, which is one of the things I'm trying to do this year. We have like for example, in my club, we have a Christmas baskets project that we do every Christmas where we give people that don't have the means to have food. And we try to give it to families that are in need and in the area, and not just in the Woodstock area, but in the entire county. So that's one of the things we do here. And there are a lot of clubs that do hunger projects. That's kind of an important thing for me, but it's something that we're doing throughout the district, and we're asking people to donate to their local food pantries and food banks and things like that, or get involved in a service project where you are trying to feed people that are hungry. You know, in a nutshell, that's what I'm about, Amber. I mean, I don't know, is there anything, you know, I could sit here and ramble, and I don't want to take everybody's time tonight, all night.
I think you're doing great, but I also think you need to tell everybody what you do for a living.
Oh, well, I'm the county sheriff in my county. This is my 4th term. I'm actually running for a 5th term this year. When I applied for this position, first of all, I didn't think I was going to get it, to be quite frank with you. But when I applied for the position, I'm driving home and I'm thinking, well, that was a good interview, or maybe wasn't a good interview, whatever, you know, better luck next time. And I get the phone call saying, hey, you've been selected to be the district governor in 1920. And then about the time I got home, it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, man, that's election year. What am I going to do with that? Fortunately for me, I'm running unopposed this year, so the odds are that I'll win and I'll be okay. So that's pretty much what's happening with me. I mean, we pretty much, just to kind of give you an overall view, when I started this year, my staff and I basically mapped out basically every hour from July the 1st to November the 5th, because I thought I'd have to be running for sheriff and being the district governor and running the sheriff's office for that matter. So I'd set up area visits throughout the district. I mean, our district has 15 areas, I'm thinking, right? So I was going to go to those 15 areas, be a part of a project or something. And now that I'm unopposed this year, I'm trying to make club meetings. So this is actually the first club meeting I've made. So there you go. Anyway, that's what I do for a living. I'm married, have a daughter, and we live out here in the woods. That's outside of Morgantown, and it's a great place. I mean, great place to live.
So in your experience being in Rotary, what has been one of your most favorite service projects?
I think, you know, I have to go back to the hunger thing. I mean, we do that at a holiday time. We also wrap presents for children, to deliver those toys, to deliver that food to people that you know need it, and to see their faces and to know that you're appreciated, to me, is what it's all about. I tell a story when I visit the area. When I was in college, was pretty much in college on my own, and I didn't have any financial support. So I was kind of living from place to place, and it didn't really occur to me until later in life that I didn't have a home. But there are a lot of people that are in that situation. I mean, there are a lot of people in that situation right here within 30 miles of my voice. Not only that, but when I went to college, since money was tight, I bought like a 1 meal a day meal plan. I went to James Madison, and they had these different meal plans set up. And so I remember I would go into the cafeteria about mid-morning, try to get some breakfast food and some lunch food, and basically just pack my book bag with food. And that's basically how I lived for a year, because that was pretty much that's what I had. And I know that there are kids in our community that live like that. I'm certain there are people in your all's communities that live like that. So to me, I think, get back to the project, Amber, to me, that's the bigger, there have been a lot that we've been involved in here in Woodstock, but to me, that's the one that I like the most, because I feel like we're making more of a difference there. That's just me.
So for someone that's new, like Anna and Bethany, who've never, well, Anna's done a few service projects with her husband, but for like Bethany, we have told her it doesn't necessarily have to be a Rotary-oriented volunteering or service project. Am I correct by telling her that? Because I need them to have 6 within the year is our regulations.
Yeah, I'm good with that. I mean, there are a lot of things you can be involved in. I know we have different service projects for polio. Rotary's key, or I shouldn't say key, cornerstone of one of the things we do. We're trying to eradicate polio throughout the world. So there are tons of initiatives, projects, and things that you can get involved in regarding polio and polio eradication. But there's so many other things that Rotary's involved in. I mean, somebody actually told me it's almost like, you have the plate of desserts, you can kind of pick and choose. I mean, there are really so many things that if you sit down and you talk to that club near where you're at, I'm sure that they'll tell you that they're involved in a lot of stuff. Like my club right now, we're building like this a pavilion that's going to be used by Rotarians and by young people at our county fair campground or site. So there's a lot of stuff you can do, and it doesn't, that's Rotary stuff. There are some stuff that does, for lack of better words, cross over. I know, like when we do, there's a program here called Luke's Backpacks. My club doesn't do it. That's for kids that don't have food, that they're packing these backpacks full of food so kids have food over the weekend when they go home from school. It's technically it's affiliated with one of the churches here in the community. There's one of our Rotary clubs is involved in that. Others are not. But I guess my point is it's still a service project, and there's still Rotarians connected to it one way or the other. So I would just, there's a ton of stuff out there that's available, I think.
What Bethany doesn't know is every year we have a district conference in March. It's usually at the Homestead. In the upcoming years, it's going to be moved to Roanoke. So hopefully you'll still be in the club. But what is your fundraiser this year for district conference?
We're doing a karaoke challenge. We're singing. I'm singing. I tell people we have these positions. Some people call them assistant governors. Some people call them area governors. Anyway, Tim, her husband, is an area governor down in the Roanoke-Salem area. Okay, so just a couple things about his position. One, he basically is supposed to have a little cadre of people that helps him. And when I say helps him, there's things like foundation help. There's things like communication and public image, membership, and things like that. So Tim's supposed to have clubs helping him get these people to surround him to help him with those issues. And if he can't find anybody to help him with those issues, then he's the guy that I call in that area, basically, to get whatever it is done. So that's the first thing you need to know about Tim. But the most important thing you need to know about Tim is if he can't find anybody in his area to compete in this karaoke challenge, he's going to be singing at the district conference, like I am. So I can't guarantee the quality or the caliber of singing that we'll have, but I know people will have a good time.
I want to see Tim sing.
Your husband, Tim?
Yes, my husband Tim.
Oh,
I
I'm
think it
sure.
would be awesome. And I truly feel like the position of area governor is shared with his wife, because I really feel like I do a lot of the work.
Oh, hey, Tim, what I just heard was that she's going to sing at district conference.
That's what I heard too. I think I heard that. Are we
All right,
recording
Tim,
this?
that's enough. That's
Is this-
enough.
Is this meeting being recorded? I heard that too.
Yes.
So the other thing, and Dana might be able to answer this one, part of our dues, which are minimal, and I wanted it that way, but I did ask for part of our dues to have sustainer.
Hmm.
And I know Paul would know what that is, and Anna surely has probably asked Al, but if Dana can explain why we give the 100 sustainer fee.
So the $100 to the annual fund share is shared with District 7570 for vocational training teams, district grants. We can give money to Polio Plus through the district designated funds. It's basically to help us with our district projects. And half of the money goes to the Global Fund, which helps fund matches for global grant. With your donation of $25 or more, you're considered every Rotarian every year. So if you give $100 to the annual fund, preferably the annual fund share, which is shared with the district, you would qualify as a sustainer and for every Rotarian every year.
Right, and that money comes back. Not to get too far down in the weeds with everybody, but there's a grant program. There's global grants and there's district grants. So the monies that she's talking about, you send that off to Rotary International, they invest it, they hold it, in 3 years, they return half of that money to the district, and we then allocate it for district projects. So the money comes back. I guess that's my point. The money does come back. The other thing that she reminded me of was the, getting back to the activities, Amber. I know right now, I'm trying to think, I know we have like 3 global grants that I can think of right off the top of my head that are active. I mean, we have global grants all over the world, in Africa, in India. I mean, there are global grants that are out there that if you want to be a part of that, if you want to contribute to that, if you want to help with those kinds of things, it's available. I mean, it's amazing, this district, the footprint that it has across the world. I mean, my comments earlier were mainly focused on the community and the locality. But guys, I'm telling you, there's stuff that's being done all over the world. We're trying to, not trying to. We've got a scholarship grant that grants plural that we give out to international students. It's incredible. So really a lot to do out there if you just get wired into to what the district's doing.
Bethany is going to Ghana with me in September.
Oh,
That's
great.
wonderful.
So she will not only see what the water jug project did recently, but she'll also get to see grants that were started last year while I was there. And for Tim and I in Rotary, just a little background to us is we only thought Rotary was international because our first images of Rotary were in Ghana. And I never knew what Rotary did here at home. Occasionally you would see a sign at a baseball field or a playground, but when you get down into the nitty-gritty of some of these service projects, it is overwhelming. Not only, it's not about how good it makes you feel, but it's just seeing all the good that's being done, and you had a hand in that with, by contributing to the foundation or contributing to, to that sustainer.
And the Rotary Foundation's motto is doing good in the world. So that fits with what you're saying, Amber.
Yes, ma'am. Tim, one last question for you is what can we do to help you with your year as governor?
I tell you guys, one of the things we're trying to do, I can't show it to you, but you'll see it. We really are trying to increase our communication and our social media footprint. I'm trying to put out a video every week. So I'm videotaping this video club. So there's a
So
camera.
are we.
There's a camera right over there, and I'm going to have a little script and talk a little bit about it. But I guess my point is, I think, if that you've asked, I personally think getting the word out about the good stuff that Rotary's doing helps Rotary thrive and helps Rotary get member energy, or energy that creates membership, I guess is maybe the better way to put it. So helping to do that, we need to get the word out about this club as much as we can. I'm going to do the best I can with our social media platform that we have, and just continue to tell your friends, get involved, get active. We've got a really good district. I really, I can't say enough positive about the district here. Bringing that positive energy, man, and getting involved. That's the biggest thing for me personally. That would be the biggest thing for me.
I would like to. I know we're just starting out, and I have a good feeling that this club, by the time it reaches the ears of those who are either, like for me, one, the whole reason this started is because the kids' schedule, I cannot make it to a traditional Rotary Club meeting. It is very hard enough as it is for one of us to leave for lunch. So the mornings didn't work out. And to be honest with you, if I have to go anywhere after 6 p.m. at night, I'm no good. So it's like being at home in my pajamas sitting outside drinking a beer is like my kind of Rotary meeting. Or eating ice cream, or I have a peach cobbler that just came out of the oven, by the way, guys. I know last time it was an apple crumble. But also we're finding, as Tim and I have gone through this process, like I'm overjoyed that Paul is with us, because for everybody that was a difficult transition. So when he said he was coming, I was doing cartwheels because it was such a good feeling. And also we have people that are in transition right now that are moving because of their jobs. Danielle, who's not with us tonight, she's leaving this weekend and moving to China. So she'll be joining our meetings at 7 a.m. Anna's a full-time mom like I am. And so she's all the time taking the kids everywhere. So she gets it. And Bethany is the same. She works from home and she's a full-time mom. But I also have other people that are interested, like small business owners and people that travel for work. And again, in transition where they don't really want to quit Rotary, but they want to stay somewhere before they find their permanent Rotary home. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that would be the selling point. It's just like we're in every people, everything type of club. And even though, I did enter my goals this week, Tim, you should be proud. Or actually my area governor did. But Dana. But, like I tell everybody every week, we're just going with the flow right now because this is new to the district, and I can't be more proud of this district for allowing this to take place. And I see really good things with it, and I really feel like before next year, it's going to be huge. Mm-hmm. Does any of my club members have any questions?
I do have a question. So I'm unsure of, like, when I do a service project, how I'm supposed to log that or to document that, or I'm just not sure. And then also, should I reach out to Mechanicsville's Rotary to be like, hey, can I do some projects with you, that sort of thing? I mean, I think the projects on my end, I'll be fine. But I can reach out to the Rotary here as well. So I just don't know what I should do next.
Just do good stuff, man. Do good in the world. That's it.